Tonight's broadcast is about to begin. Thank you for joining us on Cedar Creek Media.
This is J.D. Bird. You are listening to Maybank Sports here on Cedar Creek Media.
It's showtime!
And hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of Maybank Lady Panther Athletics, right here on the Maybank Athletics YouTube page. As always, for Cedar Creek Media, I am Taylor Honey.
And I'm J.D. Bird.
And we are happy to be here with you tonight. Let me see. We're running a little bit on the back. Okay, just making sure we were bumping okay on the old level scale over there.
I think I'm doing okay myself now.
Perfect.
Had to bump me down a little bit. I went red there for a second. That was crazy.
Well, JD, as you hear, it is already time for the starting announcements and the national anthem. So let's go ahead and turn it over, and we'll be right back. JD, I think our original idea was a good idea, that we were going to try and just get it captured on the old microphone there, but unfortunately it is loud in this building here tonight,
yes, it
JD.
is.
So I think we're just going to have to get them to you here in just a minute. But of course, as we talked about a little bit there at the beginning, this is the first district home game of the year, JD, and this is going to be one of the tougher matchups so far in the early going of the season, as this is a Brownsboro Lady Bears team, or Bearettes basketball team, that's seen a lot of success over the last few years, and right now sporting a 13-7 record. They look to be one of the other top teams in this district.
Yeah, you know, it's always nice whenever it's someone who's not that far away from you that you're able to have a nice competition with, and like you said, 13-7, not a bad little starting record to their season that they've got so far. So it would be, it's going to be very nice to see how our girls kind of handle them tonight. Of course, coming off the win over Athens last week to open up district. The first half that they played in that one was a little rough. You know, you could attribute it to different things. First district game, the nerves of it, you know, playing against one of your rivals that you have. So for them, I would say they got to cut out the first half that they played last week. If they don't want to have the same kind of thing happen, they got to figure out what's the best way to start in this game against Brownsboro, as this Brownsboro team looks to be one that is potentially better than the Athens team we played last week. So I'll be curious to see what Coach Sutton has drawn up for him to be able to get things started for him this week.
Yes, sir, I concur. Well, of course, JD going to be on the call here, so quickly, before he gets going, let's get your starting lineups. For your Maybank Lady Panthers, number 1, J.C. Jones. Number 4, Callie Smith. Number 5, Honey Aldridge. Number 11, Bailey Litchfield. Number 21, Jada Searcy. Over on the other end, number 1, Cheyenne Stidham. Number 5, Brady Cooper. Number 10, Palmer Fitzgerald. Number 23, Taika McKenzie. And number 25, Sarah Hughes.
So as you saw right there, Maybank did win the opening tip. And so they are starting with it here on offense, doing a nice job passing it around right now. Ooh, looking to try to get it inside to Miss Honey, and it ends up going off of the hands of Miss Aldridge there. So Brownsboro now will take it the other direction.
That's going to be an interesting matchup all night, Honey Aldridge against Taika McKenzie.
Yeah, both of them have quite the height on them. Both of them look to be very physical players, so it will be an interesting matchup down low for them here tonight. As Brownsboro now on the other end of things, ooh, they find a little spot in the defense, and they're going to put up the first 2 points of the ball game.
Yeah, missed rotation there.
Yep, right there it was, as you said, Miss Taika McKenzie who ends up putting in those points. Right there off the miss from Smith. Aldridge is going to put it up and put it back in, and she's fouled as she does so. So headed to the free throw line for a chance at a three-point play.
Tone setter there early. Offensive board going back up strong.
Absolutely. It was something that they found a lot of success with in the second half last week was the rebounding differential. They did a very nice job getting on the boards, as right there, Honey is going to miss her free throw. So Brownsboro grabs the rebound and heads the other direction. Trying to go inside is Brownsboro once again. Quick hands from J.C. Jones.
Yeah.
And she's able to steal it away. They get it to Searcy to let her slow things down. And then up ahead to Litchfield. Back to Searcy now. She drives down in the corner and hands it off to Smith. Smith trying to put some moves on it there. As Searcy's going to take a long three, and she's got it. Jada Searcy showing the range a little bit right there.
I mean, that was from Oklahoma. My goodness.
Like, goodness gracious, Jada Searcy, what a great way to start the game for her. As now Brownsboro on the offensive side of things. On the wing right there, Palmer Fitzgerald kind of lost her footing, and Litchfield is there.
She's a tough girl. She dove right in, scrapping for it.
Not afraid of the contact right there is Miss Litchfield. As Brownsboro is going to get it sideline. After the jump ball, they get it in and are passing it around the exterior here. Ooh, and it looks like J.C. Jones going to get caught with a blocking foul right there. Didn't give enough, as I believe it was number 10. Once again, Miss Fitzgerald was trying to go around her on the side. Another weird little stop right there from Brownsboro. They are able to save it, but right there, Smith is going to take it away. Hands it off to Searcy, up ahead to Litchfield. Litchfield going to find Aldridge down low. Aldridge trying to grab her own miss. She's not able to, but on the rebound to Taika McKenzie is going to pick it up out of bounds, so it's going to end up being off of her. And then I think a delay of game is going to be called right there. So now Maybank with it into the corner. Jada Searcy, she's going to go baseline drive. What a shot right there from Miss Searcy. Another 2 points for Miss Jada, as right there into the hands. Oh, Honey Aldridge is just going to be given the steal. Trying to drive down, though, ends up losing the ball a little bit too hard on the dribble there. As Brownsboro going to reset things. Number 25, Sarah Hughes, bringing it up for him. Going to pass it back over to Miss Brady Cooper. Back ahead, up to Hughes. Trying to get it inside. Jada Searcy ends up slipping as she was coming over to try to get the steal. Referee calls a quick timeout to grab a towel.
Yeah, Brownsboro coaching staff
Brownsboro unhappy with it.
Not happy with the stoppage of play. since it was a Maybank player that fell. Interesting. And JD, something I didn't mention, but I do want to go ahead and say, if anybody didn't get to see that Athens game, that first district game, got a little highlight package I got put together today. Now, don't judge me. It's my very first highlight package, so it's a little basic, but it'll be there. So some game highlights from the 61-38 district win for your Maybank Lady Panthers last Friday.
Referee over here giving it the good toweling and seems to be to no avail, as it looks like, in his opinion.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's something maybe stuck to the ground, or, I mean, that is right in the location about where.
That was earlier where Litchfield had ended up going for the ball after the slip from Miss Fitzgerald. Looks like it's finally approvable there. So Brownsboro's still going to have it on their side of the court here. Going to inbound it from the sideline. They get it into Miss Hughes now, who will try to dribble around. And a three-point coming. That one just off the mark. Picked up by Miss Searcy. Searcy's going to look to go coast to coast. No one stepped in front of her. Another 2 points for Miss Jada Searcy.
Cooking so far. That's 7 points now for her in the early going.
Yeah, she is making the offense thus far here in this one for Maybank. As right there, trying to go to a long pass into the corner. Good job from Miss Smith to knock it away.
So far, only 2 shots have left the fingertips of Maybank Lady Panthers that haven't found their way home. One from Callie Smith, and then a free throw from Miss Honey Aldridge. There's a little bit more discussion going on here on the floor.
I think Coach Sutton wasn't quite happy about the call there, that it was going with Brownsboro, but he conceded nonetheless. And then a little confusion as substitutions came in off the bench for Brownsboro.
A little fiery here.
It's district time. You gotta, the emotions get high right there. Jada Searcy unable to grab the rebound. It's gonna go out of bounds off of her, so it's gonna end up staying on this side of the court with Brownsboro.
Yeah, she thought it was gonna hit rim there. There was no rim touch, so it just kind of landed in her lap and then out of bounds.
As Brownsboro is able to get it in, it is Miss Cheyenne Stidham dribbling around, baseline drive right there from Piper. As Maybank is going to grab the miss. Litchfield dribbled into the corner, was looking for the shot, decided not to. Right there, Jada Searcy going to take a little step-in shot. That one, no good for this time.
First
Brownsboro
miss.
On the other end, trying to go coast to coast, is not able to. Litchfield up ahead to Jones. Jones going to go all the way through the contact. She tries. She grabbed her own miss right there. And then another block from Brownsboro. Brownsboro going quickly here. Tries to take a little elbow shot there. Not quite going for him. Rebounded by Aldridge. Hands it off to Searcy. Searcy bringing it up for the Lady Panthers. Litchfield putting the moves on right here. Right there. Pivot foot ended up dragging behind her. Wasn't quite able to stop right there. It's going to be a turnover. And the Brownsboro Bearettes will head the other direction.
Still having trouble taking the lid off the hoop here so far tonight, really for both teams. We're usually seeing Maybank about 15 at this point as well.
I missed the substitution, but substitution nonetheless. Miss Callie Smith ended up coming off. And now Miss Taylor Granger, who almost puts it in right there, is on to the court. As Brownsboro grabs the miss after Granger's shot. Passing it around the outside, looking for a way in. There's going to find it. A little step-in shot there from Miss Stidham is off the mark and rebounded by Searcy. Searcy is going to have it stolen away from her. Good job by Stidham to knock it out right there. And Brownsboro will go the other direction. Right here was looking for a three-pointer. Thought about it for a second, decided not to. He's now passing it around the outside to get into the corner with Miss Sadie Piper. Piper's going to have a drive all the way to the hoop, put up a little floater. I'm not sure what that call was.
I think he's saying that one of the young ladies from Brownsboro, Riley Smith, was rolling up underneath of Maybank players, telling her to be cautious. I've never seen that warning before.
That was a new one for me, as here on Maybank's side of the court, they're going to get the pass inside right there to Aldridge. All guarded very closely. She's going to go up through the contact. Not able to get it to fall, but she will head to the free throw line now to put in 2 from the charity stripe.
JD, there's a different energy in this one. I don't know what it is here tonight, but I'm telling you, I wasn't expecting the high stakes on a Tuesday night, you know what I mean?
I know, it's almost a little bit of hostility going on right now here in the early going of this one, as neither team wants to give an inch. First shot missed right there from Miss Aldridge.
Got Nina Sanchez and Kendall Woods coming in for Litchfield and Jones.
And second free throw, that one is going to fall. Had to break her little cold streak there from the free throw line, and she finally does. As Brownsboro now working on the offensive side. Good job by Miss Sanchez. Almost put into the face of one of her teammates sitting on the bench over there. As substitution's going to be coming in for Brownsboro. It looks like a completely new 5 here.
Yes, sir.
As Brownsboro trying to work it here on the offensive side of things. Passing it around nicely. They're going to go with a little baseline drive. Little floater right there from Miss Parker Palmer Fitzgerald is going to fall. Ooh, big pass up ahead for Maybank. Granger going to try to put up a little jumper. No good there, but Woods on the rebound. Searcy going to take a 3. No good on that one, but she's going to get inside and fight for her rebound. As right there, she's going to force a jump ball. Possession going to give it in the way of Maybank, so they'll keep it here on this side of the court.
Searcy was feeling herself on that one. Little step back three-pointer.
Yeah.
I like it.
As inbound going to go to Searcy. She's going to take a little step inside shot right there. Off the front of the rim, rebounded by Brownsboro. Brownsboro going the other way now. Going to try to make a drive to the basket. One too many steps there on that one.
That'll go down as a travel, but that all comes down to Taylor Granger right there. Tough defending right there in the paint. Made Brownsboro take that extra step.
As Miss Nina Sanchez is going to be the one bringing it up for the Lady Panthers. Going to get it over to Granger. Going to try to use the screen. And it's going to be poked away by Brownsboro. All alone here on the layup. And Miss Emma Scott is going to put it in. Nina Sanchez trying to work against this little bit of pressure here. As they do a nice job getting it down the court. Granger ended up letting that one go. Of course, she saw it go off of one of the Brownsboro girls, so it's going to stay on this side. They've got a baseline. They get it in right there to Aldridge, hand it back to Sanchez, who's going to put up a little shot. Airballed on that one.
Yeah, she took contact as she went up there. I think it just shortened that shot up.
Another pretty slow start here in the first period. Kind of shades of what happened last week against Athens, as Maybank only up 10-6 over Brownsboro right now. Brownsboro passing it around pretty well out there, as Kendall Woods going to end up caught in a trap, and it's going to go out of bounds off of her. So they're going to keep it here on this side of the court is Brownsboro. 20 seconds left to go here in the first period. As right there on the floater is going to be no good from Fitzgerald. Aldridge ends up getting the rebound, gives it ahead to Searcy. And now they're going to slow it down and run some offense. Looking for the last second shot here.
It's the senior leadership of Searcy right there, realizing the numbers weren't on Maybank's side, slowing things down.
Right there, I don't think that they were quite aware of the time left to go there. So nonetheless, that's the way the first period ends. 10-6 the lead for Maybank over the Brownsboro Bearettes. Really quick, we're going to step away, and we'll be back right after this.
Hey Mom and Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band. Bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
Alrighty, and we are back here on the Maybank Athletics page, presented to you by Cedar Creek Media. The start of the second period is going to see the Brownsboro Bearettes starting off with it. Of course, Maybank still leading 10-6 after the first period. Brownsboro going to try to get right to work here. As now passing around the outside, looking for a lane to fill right there.
Oh, nice.
Little drive stolen away by Nina Sanchez. She's going to try to outrun her here. Tries to get the pass around to Jones, but Nina Sanchez will be fouled hard right there.
It was the exact right play. Jones even able to score on the play, but they say foul happened before the shot.
I believe they called it on number 3, Miss Riley Smith there. Inbound to Granger is end up being tipped into Smith's hands. Wow, exactly how you draw it up, right?
That's exactly it.
Smith going to come away with the 2 points there. As now Brownsboro going to try to go for the drive. Another foul. This one going to be against Palmer Fitzgerald. Litchfield ended up getting the steal in her hands, and almost a regrettable decision as she was clotheslined right there.
I might not have stood up from that. That's all I can say.
Nina Sanchez going to give it over to Litchfield. They ended up getting it on their side of the court. Jones from the corner. She's got it. J.C. Jones puts in the corner 3. Lead extended to 9 here. As now Brownsboro going to try to get on the board for this period. And right there, drive to the basket, no good on the layup, rebounded by Granger. Handed off to Smith, and they pass it ahead. Litchfield was right there, and she's just going to try to throw it away.
Look, I tell you right now, Taylor Granger may be the best rebounder on this team. I mean, she is aggressive down on the blocks. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like she's physically beating people up, but she's physically beating people up down there on the blocks to get those rebounds. I love to see it.
She has a very good nose for where the basketball is going to come off of the rim, too. And she does a great job of getting herself in position to have the best chance to be able to get that rebound. Exactly what you want from your big man down there.
What can Granger do for you?
Or your big woman down there. There you go. As Brownsboro working on the offensive side of things, able to rip through right there. And blown layup once again. Smith able to grab the rebound off the second chance miss. Hands it off to Sanchez, who does a nice job getting it across half court. Litchfield going to put it on the ground here, try to go around. Get it into the corner with Sanchez, but then gives it to Granger. Granger going to try for the turnaround right there. And foul going to be called on Takia McKenzie.
2 shots coming up here for Miss Granger.
As Granger heads to the charity strike. Looks like Brownsboro coach not the happiest with the call, but first shot synced nonetheless from Miss Granger. As substitution's going to be coming in here. Miss Searcy going to come in for Litchfield, and I believe Miss McKinley White, her first time in the game, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Is going to come in for Sanchez. And second shot, no good right there from Granger. as Brownsboro grabs the rebound and tries to head the other direction.
Nice.
And stolen away by J.C. Jones.
Oh,
Ooh, trying to get off the pass, and she does. Jada Searcy going to grab it from her.
yeah, she
Tries
was
to
trying
put a
get
little
foul, yeah.
Tries to put a little baseline jumper in. That one no good. As still 10-point lead here for the Lady Panthers. 16-6 they've got it over Brownsboro. As now Brownsboro on the offensive side of things. This time they're able to get the layup to fall. Miss Palmer Fitzgerald able to put it in there. Jada Searcy taking her time, bringing it up the court. They're going to try to get it through the middle with Granger. They do. McKinley White going to go ahead and give it to Smith in the corner. Back to White now, up top of the key. They get it over to Searcy. Searcy going to take the screen and pass it off to Smith. Going in with Granger. Post move not quite working there for Miss Granger. She ends up missing that one. Brownsboro grabs the rebound. And they're going to put up a three-pointer now. That one off the front of the rim. Granger going to grab the rebound. Searcy now going to bring it up for Maybank. Ends up having to pick up her dribble. She ends up getting it inside to Granger right there. And a blocking foul called against, I believe, number 3, Miss Riley Smith right there.
That's going to be her second of the ball game, the second trip of the ball game for Miss Taylor Granger to the charity stripe there.
Last time went 1-1. See how we do this time. First one going to be knocked down for Miss Granger.
You know, that's been an area that I've been pretty impressed with. This is a pretty good shooting free throw team, the Maybank Lady Panthers. So see if they keep the hot streak going.
Absolutely. As second shot on the way. That one no good. As look at the sideline over there. Ms. Aldridge has been waiting to come in since the first time Granger went to the free throw line, and she still ain't out here yet. As Miss Granger's got her work cut out for her here on the basketball court. No stoppages in play, and she's still giving all the fight as Brownsboro working on offense now. Miss Brady Cooper with it. They're going to find a nice pass inside right there, put it up at the rim. Number 14, Kinsey Daniels.
Good job recovering.
Going to be credited with those 2 points.
Yeah, she almost lost it, but able to get it. They're going to say Searcy steps out of bounds here, JD.
Yeah, right there, Jada Searcy. She wanted the foul as they were being a little over-aggressive there, trying to swat at her, but she did step out of bounds, so that is what the referee saw.
Aside from Aldridge, you also got number 22, Kendall Woods, coming into the ball game. Came in for Jones.
Little spot that Brownsboro found right there. Offensive rebounds coming from Brownsboro, and they put it up and put it in. Jada Searcy going to get it in to McKinley White. Going to work against this press break. They get it to Aldridge down the middle. Smith to Woods. Woods to finish at the rim, and she does.
Great job by Woods. Almost lost the handle. Somehow able to squeeze it, get it into the bucket.
Great job by the team right there to just run one continuous play from one court to the other. Pass to pass to pass to get it all the way to the rim. Right there, the shot from Miss McKenzie, no good, but she's got it again in charge as Jada Searcy does a great job right there.
Perfectly executed right there.
And I believe the third foul on Miss McKenzie, so now she will have to come out of the ball game for now. 2:47 remaining here in period number 2. As Litchfield back into the ball game also for Maybank. Litchfield going to bring it down, hands it off to Woods. Woods going to take a nice little floater shot. Almost had it, that one. Kind of bounced off the back of the rim right there. Ends up going out off of Maybank, so Brownsboro is going to have it on offense. Bringing it down. Working it in well. Really high passes that they're throwing right now. As they get it down low, Jada Searcy working down there in the post. Nice turnaround shot from Miss Natalie Smith right there, who puts it in for Brownsboro. The pass up ahead to Smith. Smith Going to try to go all the way. And a foul going to be called right here.
They're going to get, I believe, number 12, Smith, with the push.
It's either 12 or 14.
14.
Not 14. I was about to say, it's either 12 or 14, not sure. But right there, they're going to say Smith in the act of shooting. So she's going to, oh, wait, no, they're in the bonus right now. I forgot. As Smith will head to the free throw line to shoot some free throws. Shot number 1, no good from Smith. And shot number 2 on the way. That one also no good. Litchfield able to get in there and fight for the rebound. And jump ball is going to be called. Possession going to give it in way of Maybank. As now, working from the baseline, they get into Aldridge.
She's just
Man,
too
with
strong.
that height, it's really hard to contest against that. Fouling really is sometimes your only option. So Aldridge once again going to be headed to the free throw line. I believe this is her 3rd time headed to the line to shoot some free throws.
It is, yes, sir. One was an and one, and then a couple. Only 1 for 3. Make that 2 for 4 now so far on the night. Only her 4th point. Used to seeing her fill it up.
I know. She has kind of had a slow start to scoring here, but right there she ends up putting both free throws through.
Goes from 1 of 3 to 3 for 5. So flip the percentage on its head there.
So 21-14, the lead still for Maybank. A minute 52 remaining here in period number 2. Right there, a 3-point shot from Miss Kinsey Daniels. Going to miss everything and end up going out of bounds. As now Maybank will take over. Litchfield going to give it over to Searcy. Searcy up ahead to Aldridge. Aldridge trying to get a pass down low to Smith. It's off the hands of Brownsboro. So it's going to stay on this side of the court here. Substitution's going to come in for Brownsboro now. As they give a little fadeaway pass right there to Miss Aldridge, and she is going to be able to put it in right there in front of the rim. Now working on offense is Brownsboro. Trying to fight it inside. It's deflected and picked off right there from Miss Litchfield. She gets it down to Woods. Woods hands it to Aldridge. Aldridge with the turnaround, going to put it up and put it in. And just like that, we mentioned something about her being a little slow in the scoring. She's coming over here now to say, okay, watch me work.
She said, you too small. I got this.
Aldridge definitely turning things around here in the second as they kind of came out to start the second pretty hot and then slowed down a little bit, scoring-wise anyway, as working on offense there. The pass just a little bit too high for Aldridge there.
You know, Brownsboro really has been settling for not very good shots, especially at the beginning. We saw them shooting from like 1 foot inside the three-point line. That's not a very good shot to take. We've seen a lot of flail shots right around the rim, so you're going to have to really start choosing their shot choices better.
Yeah, shot selection a little questionable for Brownsboro so far. And
That's
of course,
the word
as you said that,
for.
they find a nice selection right there on the baseline drive.
Oh, nicely done by Callie Smith.
Callie Smith with a great effort, but unfortunately, Aldridge not able to pick that one up. So Brownsboro gets it after the steal. 15 seconds remaining here in the half as another good drive. Miss Cheyenne Stidham going to go all the way and is going to be fouled for it. So she heads to the charity strike now for Brownsboro.
Going to get McKinley White, I believe, on the foul. Or no, they had 12. Yeah, I was going to say they had 12 up on the board, and then I realized that couldn't be correct. So no,
number 5,
Honey.
they're getting Honey on that one.
That's what it was. I was about to say, hold on, I just realized she's not out there. So
first shot for Stidham, that one no good. Second shot on the way here. That one going to find nothing but the bottom. Trying to work quickly here to end out the half is Maybank, and right there again, Smith just not able to hold on to it, has to kind of circus throw it there.
Coach
Nobody
Sutton
home. Nobody home on that pass, so Brownsboro has the chance for the last shot now. And they're going to get it off. Three-pointer, going to go off the back of the rim. So just like that, that is how the first half of action is going to end. Your Maybank Lady Panthers 25, the Brownsboro Bearettes 17 as they head into halftime. Taylor, tell me, you want us to go ahead and play our commercials, or you want to go ahead and let them see that highlight reel you put together?
Tell you what, let's go ahead. Let's run our fantastic sponsors. Let's run them, and then we'll come right after that with the Athens highlights, and then we'll come back, give you the scores from the first half, and let you know what to look for in the second half.
All right. With that being said, we will be right back after this.
Hey Mom and Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices.
Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right-of-Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. With over 5 years of professional experience, Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doubleKphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials. Double K Photography, a proud supporter of Maybank Athletics.
Searcy, and she's just going to dribble it up the court herself. Not a whole lot of issue breaking through that press. And great find right there as Callie Smith puts it home off the great pass right there from Miss Honey Aldridge. Number 30, Miss Lindsay Mendez, puts up the three-point shot. And it's going to be Aldridge who's able to grab the miss. Maybank quickly back on their side of things as J.C. Jones is going to knock down the three-pointer to have that one go through for off the back of the rim. Ooh, and wow, what a block right there from Miss Honey Aldridge. See, gonna pass it ahead to Granger. Granger finds a nice pass. Woods not able to make it, but she grabs her own miss, gives it to Sanchez out on three-point land, and she knocks it down. Back here. Litchfield gonna go on the drive, puts up the layup. Not quite, but on the to start the second period. Right there, Miss Aldridge gonna knock it away and be accounted with the steal. She gets it to Miss Litchfield, who hands it off to Smith. Smith's gonna take the three-pointer. Right there, she's got it. Bang! Woo! Back to Sanchez. They get across half court. Sanchez gonna go all the way. Oh my goodness.
Space goes coast to coast.
Maura Griffin gonna get caught for a hold right there. Quick inbound, Miss Searcy. She's got the corner three right there. Smith now, she has a little baseline drive back to Aldridge, now to Litchfield. Litchfield gonna hand it off to Searcy. She's gonna take the three-point shot off the front of the rim. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Great rebounding right there from Aldridge. Points on the game. And right there, J.C. Jones gonna come away with a steal all alone here on the layup. Woo! She's able to put it up and put it in. See, with a little skip pass over there to Miss Jones. Right back to Searcy. She's gonna take the three-pointer. And that one is gonna fall in the bucket right there.
Call that
across half. Over to Litchfield. Litchfield's gonna go on the drive all the way to the bucket, and she has got it. To Litchfield to run the offense. Great job right there from Aldridge to find Smith. Great job from Smith to find Woods. And just like that, Miss Kendall Woods now has plural points in the game. Miss JC, JC Jones. And wow, came into the game and making herself useful. Miss JC Hines.
All right, folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation, that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So, how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
And we are back here at halftime now, here from Panther Gymnasium on the Maybank Athletics YouTube page, presented to you by Cedar Creek Media. We are here, of course. That right there is Mr. Taylor Honey.
That's it. That's my name. It's been my name for 33 years now, JD. It's wild.
Sorry, I thought I might just keep doing the whole little stutter thing that I was going for.
I'm
JD Bird, so we are back right now.
Well, JD, it was definitely an interesting first half of basketball there at the beginning of the first quarter. Really both teams struggling to kind of get something going there. It seemed like things were kind of, I don't want to say slow or anything like that, but there was definitely intensity and things like that. But finding that, be able to get the top off the bucket there was definitely something difficult. Now, Maybank still, we're used to seeing them scoring more points than this at halftime, but they kind of finally started getting a little bit of a groove. But really, it's been the defensive effort that's been the big deal, really forcing Brownsboro into a bunch of shots that didn't really look like they wanted to take, uncomfortable, and really, quite frankly, low percentage shots. So that's really been the big deal. Then over on the scoring side, the tail of the tape, let's just go ahead and run through it all. So number one, Cheyenne Stidham for the Brownsboro Lady Bears with 3 points. Emma Scott with 2. Leading scorer, tied for the leading scorer for Brownsboro. Number 10, Palmer Fitzgerald with 4 points. Number 12, Natalie Smith with 2. Number 14, Kinsey Daniels also with 2. And then also in the tied in that first position for leading scorer with 4 points, number 23, Taika McKenzie. Over on our end, leading scorer for the night, well, after we talked about it going a little bit slow, Honey Aldridge has pulled forward. She has scored 9 points, followed closely by Jada Searcy scoring 7. You've then got JC Jones. She has made that one corner 3, so she has got 3 points. Taylor Granger, Callie Smith, and Kendall Woods all trailing along with 2 points as well. So that is the scoring breakdown of the first half for the two teams. And JD, if you're Brownsboro, I don't mean to sound like I'm beating a dead horse here, but you really just got to find better shots. You got to find a better area, kind of rotate through that Maybank defensive set a little better.
What's going on, brother?
What's up, Mr. Luke? How you doing, man? You doing all right? I thought y'all were playing tonight.
We are, but I had an exam 8th period. My dad told me to do that instead, and plus my ankle, I wasn't playing anybody.
Gotcha. All right, well, we'll be there for that doubleheader on Friday, so don't worry. The amazing Luke Carter stopping by to come say hello. So let me tell you one thing I'm not going to do. If Luke Carter comes to say hi to me, I'm saying hello.
Yes, sir.
So I apologize for losing my train of thought there. But so if you're Maybank, you pretty much just got to keep up what you're doing on the offensive end and maybe take a few less threes. I want to see him work maybe down in a little bit. Brownsboro has shown that they're having trouble guarding down in the post. They're fouling a lot. So let's take advantage of that, get to the free throw line.
And just like that, Brownsboro going to start it with possession here to start the second half. And three-pointer on the way from them and knocked in right there. Brady Cooper going to put in the three-pointer for Brownsboro.
First one of the night for the Bearettes.
As now it will be passed up ahead to J.C. Jones. She stops things, give it back to Searcy, slow things down a little bit. As it is Miss Litchfield. They're passing it around pretty nice there. Got a nice pass inside right there to Aldridge. J.C. Jones on the rebound, tries to put up the second chance, also no good. Brownsboro ends up grabbing it. And a great move around Litchfield, who thought about taking the charge there. And Miss Cheyenne Stidham is going to put it in at the rim. Right there to Taika McKenzie. Did a nice job. I heard my echo coming from somewhere.
From somewhere.
What's going on?
There we go.
On this side of the court now with Maybank. Smith able to use the screen, gives it off. Corner three coming. Ooh. Off the back end of the rim right there from Miss Searcy. Brownsboro able to find the rebound. They go quickly. Little jump shot taken from them.
Right back to that bad shot. 1 foot inside the three-point line. Low efficiency, low percentage.
And Searcy does a nice job bringing it down for Maybank. Ooh, a little bit of a weak pass coming from Smith right there. Searcy not afraid to take another one, and she's got it this time. Jada Searcy with the three.
Second of the night, 2 of 5 shooting. I'll tell you what, if you can shoot 40% for the year, we'll be happy with it.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's something that we've always kind of said about Miss Jada Searcy is she is not afraid to shoot the three-pointers. As right there off the miss, Litchfield going to haul in the rebound. Gives it to Searcy, who's trotting it down. Back up to Litchfield now. Litchfield using Jones's screen is going to find Aldridge down low, just not able to convert there on that one.
That round ball can be so cruel sometimes, JD.
Every now and then. As Brownsboro back on the offensive side of things. They give it over to Sarah Hughes, who's going to try to go all the way to the rim. Shot no good, but they grab the rebound on the second chance points. It's also no good. Smith able to grab it this time. So Maybank heads the other direction, back to Smith over here on the right side wing. She's going to try to use the screen right there and then pass it all the way around. Jones going to take a little jump shot there. Aldridge grabs the miss, puts it up. Whew, wow. Strong rebound right there.
Can't get either one to go down, but I like to see it.
As now on the other side, Brownsboro going to go coast to coast right there is Miss Taika McKenzie. And it looks like a timeout going to be called for Coach Sutton here. Maybank needs a second to talk it over as their lead has been cut down to only 4, 28-24 here in the third period. Brownsboro, the ones that came out of halftime and kind of found their footing a little bit, I would say.
Absolutely. Kind of closed it down here all the way down to a 4-point lead. Was at 8 points, so literally cut the deficit in half here. So Coach Sutton and the crew talking it over. Got to pick up the energy here out of halftime.
You know, Maybank right now is doing a good job with these rebounds, but unfortunately that shot's just not falling down low. Right there, Miss Aldridge had 2 of them that she missed back-to-back. That was kind of heartbreaking to see from her.
And
kind of uncharacteristic,
yeah.
I would say. So right now, Maybank's going to have to figure out what is going to be their way that they're going to be able to put in those points after that second chance. As it's going to be Maybank with it. Jada Searcy going to bring it down, pass it off to Litchfield. Litchfield going to put it on the ground and use the screen from Jones right there. Almost lost it right there, but Smith was there to save the day. As now Litchfield gives it to Searcy. Searcy back over to Litchfield. Litchfield takes the screen. Looks to try to go all the way through it, but she is fouled as she's trying to get inside there. It looks like number 14 right there, Miss Kinsey Daniels. Going to be attributed the foul.
I was about to say, I believe it's actually her second foul.
Yeah.
They do have that corrected on the board now.
Is now Litchfield with the inbound, going to get it inside to Granger. Granger with the turnaround, and it's going to be fouled.
A couple more coming up here for Taylor Granger, 2 of 4 in the first half from the charity stripe. See if she can up that percentage a bit.
Looks like number 1, Cheyenne Stidham, caught with the foul on that one. First shot for Granger's a little off the mark there. 4:22 remain here in period number 3. Score still the same, 28-24 at the moment. Make it 29-24 as Granger puts in her second. So Brownsboro bringing it up now. They're going to get it over there to Stidham. Stidham has been a little bit of a problem here for the Maybank defense. As right there, drive all the way to the basket. Able to save it from going out right there as Stidham. And now Brownsboro will continue the work here on offense. Wow, what a spin move coming right there from Miss McKenzie. Her shot a little off the mark. J.C. Jones trying to get it right there to Smith.
Good thought, bad spot on the pass.
As Brownsboro going to take over now. And it'll be Sadie Piper bringing it up for the Bearettes. A little bit slow working offense going for Brownsboro right now. As they get it to Stidham up the top of the key to McKenzie. Down over there to Piper. Piper going to take a little foot inside shot right there. It is only a 2, but what a shot.
First shot like that they've made all night, taking a lot.
Wow, what a pass right there from Litchfield. J.C. Jones.
Thread the needle.
Wow. As Jones puts it in.
Now 5 points for J.C.
As Brownsboro on offense again, McKenzie to Piper. Piper going to go across, three-pointer on the way, and she's got it right there. Number 14, Kinsey Daniels with the 3. As Searcy going to work it up a little bit quicker this time. Oh, and a weak pass right there from Jones to Granger is going to be taken away. Stidham going to go to work here. Goes all the way inside. Her shot just not able to fall this time. Litchfield going to take it and try to go now. Stop and go work here with Stidham on defense. Searcy with the drive. Looks to put up the floater, and she's going to be fouled.
That's going to be McKenzie's 4th. That's going to take her out of the ball game until late in the 4th quarter, I would imagine.
I would assume that she's coming off, and just like that, Coach grabs the player to go get her. I believe this is Searcy's first time on the free throw line, as right there she knocks in the first. Substitutions come in for Maybank also. Looks like Miss Smith and Miss Jones coming off, and it's going to be Aldridge and Woods coming into the ball game. 2:29 remain here in period number 2, as the second shot right there is no good from Searcy. But great job by Granger fighting for the rebound down low. It ends up going off one of Brownsboro. And so they keep it right here. Little fadeaway pass in to Aldridge. This time she gets it to fall.
So strong to the hoop.
34-29, the lead for Maybank is Brownsboro, still following close behind. Another three-pointer falls for Brownsboro. It's Kinsey Daniels once again.
Chipping away at the lead, down to 34-32.
And Granger going to try to go on the drive. No bucket right there, as a blocking foul going to be called against Brownsboro.
Before the shot. So shot doesn't count.
That was a rather athletic way that Granger had to be able to get her footing to even attempt the shot there, as she literally had to like whip her body around the defender to be able to do it. Going through the contact and still able to get it off. So now it is Maybank. Searcy gonna look for the drive. Ooh, a little short on the layup, but she grabs her own miss, and she does it again. This time it's finally gonna be poked away by Brownsboro, and they take it all the way at Stidham. Working from the post area, she passes out of it. On the floater right there, Kinsey Daniels ends up putting it in at the rim.
She's hot. 8
Oh,
points,
stolen away by Brownsboro, and another 2 for Daniels.
Yeah, she had 2 points until that little stretch. Just put up a total of 10. So all the way up to 12 points scored, and Brownsboro has their first lead of the night, JD.
Other than when they had scored the first bucket, this is the first time that they have led since then. And, man, you know, last time it was that the first half last week, and right now it's this third period. Maybe it just kind of seems stale at the moment as far as their offense goes.
Absolutely, and I'm going to be interested just to see how they bounce back from this position. We haven't seen them down really in any games that we've been around them. You know, they've pretty much been able to be front runners the whole ball game. So it's going to be a totally different ball game here now, all the way, as we said, down 2 points, 36-34. But the good thing about it, you still got a bunch of time, JD. So as you said, kind of got to shake some of that rust off a little bit here, kind of shake off a little bit of that tiredness, that soreness. Also, you know, of course, a holiday coming up, so there's a lot of things going on. Into semester exams, things like that. So there is a lot going on for these young ladies right now. But you got 1:15 in this third quarter, so what makes, 9 minutes, 15 seconds. You've got to come play a complete rest of this ball game and knock these Bearettes off of theirs.
As Brownsboro trying to give a little bit of pressure here. Searcy,
wow,
gonna pull out a quarterback pass right there. Granger able to haul it in. Searcy, top of the key, gets it off to Sanchez. Sanchez was looking to put it on the ground, was poked away right there. Oh my goodness, what a maneuver. It is gonna be a moving screen right there called on Miss Kendall Woods. So just like that, Brownsboro gonna take over again. Brownsboro on offense here, bringing it down for him. Sarah Hughes gets it off over there to Daniels. Daniels to Stidham. Stidham going to take a little shot inside the 3 right there. Rebounded by Searcy on the miss. And they give it off. She gives it off to Miss Sanchez, who hands it off to Miss Granger. Oh, and a charge going to be called right there against Granger.
Yeah.
Wow. She's kind of trading it back and forth right here, right now.
They said she led with her shoulder, so.
Used to playing down low. Can't really do that kind of emotion when you're playing outside like that. But a turnover from Brownsboro means that Maybank is going to get it back once again. Aldridge going to get the inbound pass up ahead to Woods. Woods going to find Granger, who's going to take a three-pointer. Bounces around, almost bounced in there. As fighting for the rebound down there. Brownsboro is going to end up coming away with it. Final 3 seconds here. Last second shot. That one going to go off the top of the backboard. It's going to be no good. So that is how the third period will end. It is Brownsboro with the lead here, only by 2, 34-36. We will be right back right here after this.
Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right-of-Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Alrighty, and we are back to the action here to start the fourth period here on Cedar Creek Media. It is the Panthers, the Lady Panthers starting with it here. Smith trying to work out of the double team, and she's able to. Hands it off right there to J.C. Jones. Back to Smith. Smith going to go on the drive. Going to go all the way, and she is fouled right there. In the act of shooting, I believe, so she will head to the charity strike to put up a few. Well, a couple.
Yeah, 0 for 2 so far from the line tonight. Chance to tie it up here with a couple of free shots, though.
Of course, Maybank still trailing by 2 right here. And the first one cuts it down to just 1. The 5 on the court right now for the Panthers. It's going to be number 11, Litchfield. Number 5, Aldridge. Number 4, Callie Smith. Number 10, Nina Sanchez. And number 1, J.C. Jones. As you saw right there, Smith was able to knock down the second. So things all tied up now here. Oh, Aldridge able to get a hand on it. Trying to get out ahead of everybody. Smart job not to force that layup. Decides to dribble out of it. And it'll stay on this side as Brownsboro was able to knock the pass away from J.C. Jones there. Looks like a substitution going to come into the game. It'll be Miss Taika McKenzie heading in once again.
Keep in mind, folks, she's 14. 14 years old, got a heads up enough play to dribble out of that. Pretty incredible to me.
That is knowledge for basketball right there.
I think I learned how to tie my basketball shoes at 14. So
Nina Sanchez with it, top of the key, hands it off to Litchfield. Litchfield going to come around the screen. Get it to Sanchez in the corner. She's got it. Nina Sanchez with the corner 3.
First shot and first make of the night.
You know, that's something we usually don't see her do in many games. She's usually not the one that wants to be shooting the basketball. Usually she's the one dribbling it around, looking for her teammates. And a quick timeout called right there as Callie Smith was about to just strip that out of the hands of the lady from Brownsboro.
Yeah, that was a very emphatic timeout from Coach Jeremy Durham of the Brownsboro Lady Bears, or Bearettes. I keep wanting to say Lady Bears, but the Bearettes, yeah. I mean, that was animated. But I like this. I like the way it's looking here. A little 5-point run. Put yourselves up 3 points right here. And JD, actually, if you don't mind, popping us over on the in-booth cam or whatever. Just want to give a big shout-out to the Maybank cheerleaders. I don't know if I quite got a good shot of them there.
You got most of them there.
They are here tonight supporting their Lady Panthers, so want to give a big shout out to them for being out here for this first district home game of the season.
Oh, my camera didn't want to work on me there for a second, but it's back now. As Brownsboro are going to keep it here on this side of the court. Trying to dribbling herself into a little bit of trouble there, able to find a pass out of it. They get it back up top of the key, passing it around well. Here's Brownsboro. Ooh, J.C. Jones a little bit too stiff with the defense there on that one. They're going to get her for a foul. I believe that's going to be, oh, looks like that's just her first. Oh, no, it is her second. I thought so. Brownsboro now keeping it here on this side of the court. J.C. Jones playing does not stop the aggressive defense. Almost gets the steal right there. But Brownsboro will keep it here.
Travel.
Right there. Didn't put it on the ground before she took the first step. So it's going to be a travel right there on McKenzie. So after the turnover, the Lady Panthers with it. Nina Sanchez hops it over there to Litchfield. Litchfield back to Sanchez. Sanchez up ahead into the corner. Down low with Aldridge, and oh my goodness, another one. As Callie Smith is fighting for that rebound right there, ends up getting her hands on it, and a timeout is going to be called by Maybank. Wow. Great job from Coach Sutton to notice that Smith was able to get it into her hands and able to call that timeout.
Because that also keeps the possession arrow in your favor there.
Yes.
So, of course, in high school basketball, there's no jump ball per se like you see in the NBA or college basketball. Or no, actually college basketball is actually the same way. So, you kind of see them jump right there, right in front of the bucket. That's not something they do here. It's just based on arrow possession. It goes back and forth. So if there's ever a jump ball, the arrow then switches over.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a trade-off back and forth. So Coach Sutton able to save that possession arrow there. So in a way, you kind of stole it away.
Yeah, absolutely. As they will keep it here on this side of the court. As it'll be the same 5 for the Lady Panthers. Little fade-in pass right there to Aldridge, back to Litchfield after she comes inbounds. Smith getting in there and fighting for the ball.
There.
Now, jump ball going to be called, so possession arrow going to keep it right here.
There you go. There's
exactly
the
what you were talking
curse.
about, man.
There's one of those positive broadcaster curses. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
One of the few times it works out. As Litchfield, once again, same idea. This time Aldridge is going to go for it. Going to take a little reverse layup there. As Brownsboro again on the offense. Looking to get it inside. They decide to take it back out is McKenzie. Passing it around outside. Now it's going to be stolen away by Sanchez. Sanchez having a little trouble holding it together, but able to do so and get it off to Litchfield. Litchfield with a little bit of a pass fake and then puts it back on the floor. Sanchez with a nice little spin move to get out of trouble and get it across half court. Now passing around outside, sitting with Litchfield over there on the left side wing. Back up top with Sanchez. Into the corner with Litchfield, who finds J.C. Jones with no one on her. But her shot a little bit too strong. I believe that's going to go off of Brownsboro right there. So it's going to stay on this side of the court again with Maybank. And substitution going to come in the game for Brownsboro. As Litchfield going to get it into Aldridge right there. Ooh, was looking for the same thing, but she gets it off to Callie Smith instead. Able to contain it and able to put it up and put it in right there at the rim.
6 points now from Miss Callie Smith.
As Brownsboro again will work the offense. Aldridge.
Say kickball.
He said kickball as it went off of her knee right there. But still, great defense being played right now from Miss Aldridge.
Yeah, Coach Sutton doesn't agree with the call. He said the same thing you did, off the knee.
Yeah, it was off the knee, not the foot, but we're gonna let him have it. Callie Smith gets him in trouble. Aldridge pokes it free. She's able to get it back, able to put it into the corner with McKenzie. McKenzie gonna put up the 3, and she's got it. And wow, Coach Jeremy Durham is pretty animated over there as he wanted a jumping timeout right there. After the make. 46-36 is the score here in the fourth period.
They're going to have to change.
I believe that was put to the wrong team.
Yeah, it should be 43-39.
Not sure if they have realized it yet, however.
I mean, I'm pretty honest.
I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that. Now, I'm not 100%, but I do believe that his assistant coach, Emily Breedlove, just walked over to Coach McCross and said, hey, made a mistake there, Bubba.
Wrong one there, buddy. As the changes are incoming here.
There we go, 43-39.
Of course, Brownsboro did take the full minute timeout here to give themselves a little bit of a break before heading back into action. Possession is going to be with Maybank right now. They've got it. I imagine they're going to be working against a bit of a press here, and that's exactly the case. Kind of a weak little press, not a lot of pressure on it, but enough to make you keep passing it around. Sanchez going to bring it across, and it's going to be stolen away right there by Palmer Fitzgerald. So Brownsboro quickly again on offense. Passing it around up top. Directing traffic right there was Miss Brady Cooper. McKenzie going to get it over and then go try to set a screen. Doesn't take it, though. McKenzie with another three here. That one going to go off the rim. Oof. Brownsboro trying to save it, but she was out of bounds with it.
Yeah, it was Brady Cooper. It was a good effort, just not quite able to save it.
So Lady Panthers going to get it going the other way. Searcy going to the ball game for Sanchez during that break. And Litchfield ends up picking up her dribble, needs somewhere to go. Aldridge finds herself free. Aldridge was looking for a pass to Smith, but ended up just nailing Cooper there. So Brownsboro back on offense now after the steal. Stidham passes it over right there to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald goes to Hughes. Hughes looking for somewhere to go with it. Gets it out to Cooper. Cooper back over to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald going to go on the drive. Little stop and pop shot. And she's got it right there in the middle of the lane. Aldridge going to turn around after grabbing the inbound. Back to Litchfield now into the corner with J.C. Jones. She's going to do a little skip pass over there to Miss Searcy. And now back to Searcy, a little lazy on the pass. All alone right there, and Miss Palmer Fitzgerald is going to put it in. Tie ball game once again, and Palmer Fitzgerald putting the Brownsboro Bearettes on her back at the moment. As 2:33 remains here in period number 4. Another drive to the hoop for Miss Stidham. No good this time. Rebounded by Smith. Maybank's going to need to slow things down a little bit right now. Smith going to take it, go down low to Aldridge. Aldridge, smart, puts it back out to Smith. Smith on the three, no good. Second chance point is up and in for Aldridge.
Look, Aldridge going to get the credit for the points there, but that was 100% made by J.C. Jones. J.C. Jones came, occupied space right underneath the bucket, kind of knocked the ball around, got it into the hands of Honey Aldridge there, and Honey just had to go up, easy little two-pointer right there. So, again, Honey's going to get credit for the points, but that was unassisted assist by J.C. Jones.
Unofficial assist from Ms. Jones right there.
There's a better word. I like that.
As quickly after the make, Coach Sutton called a timeout. He's going to take a full minute to talk things through with his girls over there.
Well, I told you as we were walking in tonight, JD, I said I think this one's got potential to be a good ball game tonight. Again, these Bearettes coming in with a 13-7 record. Your Maybank Lady Panthers sporting a 15-3 overall record right now. So this is definitely going to be two of the top teams in this district here, scrapping and clawing for that first seed going into the playoffs. So definitely going to be interesting.
Absolutely, and right here with just a little bit over 2 minutes to go here in period number 4. Only a 2-point lead for Maybank. That is something that we have rarely seen from them. So I'll be really interested to see how they finish out these final 2 moments here. What's Coach Sutton going to do? What's he going to pull out of the bag to make sure that his team is able to bring home the win?
2 minutes to go, JD.
Yes, sir, as time once again winds down. Brownsboro with it on offense here. They get it back up right there to Hughes. Hughes going to split the double team, as does Miss Fitzgerald, but she has it taken away. Aldridge going to be accredited with the steal. So now Maybank going to slow things down here. Smith with it on the right side wing. Doing a little bit of dribbling here, taking the screen. Searcy with a corner three. Oh, bounced around. J.C. Jones was able to grab the rebound, puts up a tough shot. Rebounded by Taika McKenzie. She tries to go all the way, layup off, but second chance point right there as number 21, Jada Searcy, going to be caught with the foul right there. 1:20 remaining in period number 4 now.
Nursing that slim lead, 45-43.
The pass into Stidham. She's going to go to the hoop.
Charge!
Oh,
charge!
Not a charge. They're going to call a block right there. So Miss Stidham has a chance to go to the line for the three-point play. I don't know if I agree with that one.
Call a charge on that, man. Oh, my.
Searcy did a great job of selling that charge, but referee was not buying it, I guess. Stidham has got it on the free throw. So now they've got a 1-point lead here with only 1:12 remaining. Litchfield bringing it down. Guarded closely right there by Stidham. And she is going to end up picking up another foul. The inbound right there goes to Searcy, back to Litchfield, now to Jones. Jones going to go on the drive. Ooh, a little up and under she tried to get going there. Smith grabs the rebound, puts it back up, and she is fouled. So another chance for her to head to the charity strike. Important free throws coming up right here.
Yeah, 2 for 4 on the night as well. Brownsboro getting a little loud here.
Try to bring a little bit of energy to it as that one's going to go off the back of the rim. 58 seconds remain as Sanchez going to come in the game for Miss Searcy. And shot number 2 incoming for Smith. She's got that one. So ties things up here. Brownsboro with it on offense. Trying to work it quickly. Going to go into the corner with Stidham. She's going to try to go. And this time the charge is going to be called. Litchfield's got it.
That was a hard contact right there, too. Stidham putting the shoulder down and running through.
And it looks like Coach wants to bring back the offensive players, so Miss Searcy back into the ball game. Litchfield working with it. Oh, it ends up going off her foot. Searcy able to save it, though. Timeout White. Great call right there from Coach Sutton to save the team there.
So if you're Coach Sutton now, a couple of decisions to be made. Still about 40 seconds left to go here. 38 3/4 seconds to be exact. So it's a lot of time to try and dribble the ball around, hold for a final shot, but not a whole lot of time to get up a shot, try and play defense. Then, of course, Brownsboro over on the other end can try and hold on to the ball as well. So definitely this is where your coach makes his money right here. You know what I mean? So
absolutely. This is coach time right here.
Absolutely. This is all about somebody setting the pieces on the board and letting these girls go out and just do what they do and be successful. So be interested to see what the plan of attack here is. Gonna have the ball coming out of this timeout as well. So at least that does put you in the driver's seat. Maybe try and go 2 for 1 on possession, something like that. And of course, as we know, Coach Sutton likes to play these mind games, send out his team well before it is time to be done with this timeout. Kind of takes a page out of Coach Martin's books in that.
Absolutely. They don't like taking up the full timeout, huh?
No.
Not here in Maybank anyway. As the timeout wasn't even done yet, but referee was handing the ball off. As now Litchfield trying to get it in. Gonna try to get it into Searcy right there. It's gonna be stolen away by Fitzgerald.
And Callie Smith knocks it away.
Callie Smith knocks it away, but it's gonna stay on this side of the court with Brownsboro. And now it'll be Brownsboro with a timeout.
Yeah, Coach
Only
Sutton,
32 seconds left in this ball game.
that was not a very satisfied look on Coach Jeff Sutton's face there. I don't think he really liked the execution on the inbound pass. You can't blame him, keeping it back on this end for Brownsboro, not making them really have to work, but not enough can be said about Parmer Fitzgerald. Parmer Fitzgerald has been just a little bugaboo here in this second half. Rather quiet there in the first couple of quarters, but since halftime, she is defensively just showing up everywhere, getting tons of steals, and then also has kind of filled it up a little bit on the offensive side. Only had 4 points going into halftime, now with 8, so kind of been doing it all for him.
Yes, she has definitely kind of been a little problem child for the Maybank Lady Panthers here in half number 2. And right there, crucial moment, she ended up doing it again. So it'll be Brownsboro staying on this side of the court once again.
Referee telling everybody to get tucked in.
And here we go. As Brownsboro looking to go to Stidham here. She's going to lose the ball. Callie Smith picks it up. She's going to try to go coast to coast. And she's got the layup. Callie Smith, coast to coast. Now it's time to play defense. 15 seconds left here. Brownsboro is going to take a timeout.
So Callie Smith up to 9 points in the ball game. 7 of them coming in this set. She has turned things up a notch. You know, we've definitely seen Callie do that over the course of the year. She's kind of a streaky scorer, you know what I mean? She's not somebody like a Honey Aldridge or Jada Searcy that's kind of spilled things up throughout the quarters. She kind of has her hit and miss moments, but whenever Callie Smith is on, she is on, and it seems like here in the second half, she's been just
on
that. Yes, sir.
And the great thing about Callie Smith is her defense is what makes her offense so great in a way. And right there you saw it. I mean, she is so physically active on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, even in the first half, we saw her diving at almost every time the ball went on the ground. She was there in the pile fighting for it. So Miss Callie Smith is not afraid to get down and dirty here. And right here, with 10 seconds left in this one, she's got her team the lead. Now it's up to the defense to keep it that way. As right there, J.C. Jones.
Jump ball
Possession, going to keep it in the way of Brownsboro.
All right, so now you've got to guard that three-point line all the way down to 6 seconds left in this ball game. You're okay with the 2 if it happens, but
and it looks like another timeout going to be coming from Brownsboro.
All right, Coach Durham, I'm running out of things to say in timeouts. So
we have – oh, it's going to take the full minute this time. We have exhausted our vernacular here as we come down to the end of the ball game. But still, just not enough can be said about how, this is not a game that we are used to seeing Maybank play. You know, in Athens, we kind of saw it in the first half a little bit, but then they came back from halftime, and it was just they ran away with it. Right here, there's been no stop to Brownsboro either on either side. Like both teams playing exceptionally well. Right now it's going to come down to whoever is able to give that little bit of enough fight to be able to get over the other here at the end of it. So it's really nice to see how these girls have been able to play this kind of last half. They haven't let themselves get down at all about it. They just keep on fighting and keep on willing it to be here. As they're going to come back a couple seconds early from the timeout.
Wish people could see from our angle just how focused Honey Aldridge always looks in these inbound situations.
And right there, Brownsboro able to get it in. Last second shot incoming. No good on the 3. So Maybank is going to take away the win. What a hard-fought victory here at home. Their home district opener right there. They are able to come away only by 2. But what a fantastic game played by these Lady Panthers. As right now, my associate Taylor looking to find somebody for an interview. She was one of our first interviews that we had. It looks like she's going to make her return over here on the interview side of things. Falling behind over here, Taylor. There's only so much I can say.
I know it. I'm just the absolute world's worst. Here, Callie, come right over here and flick, because we've got you on camera, just so you know. So you see that little camera right there? Okay. All right, cool. All right, so we have got Callie Smith here with us now. Callie, you hit the game winner, so the go-ahead bucket. So just tell us, you only had 12 seconds left, got the ball in your hand, kind of what's going through your mind.
Really just finish. That's what our coach really tells us to do, is like in those heated moments and those pressure moments, just to like keep your mind on the rim, don't look away, just focus because your team needs you in that moment.
Absolutely. So this is one of the better teams in your district. I mean, these Brownsboro Lady Bears, I mean, they're a tough out. So just kind of tell us, you guys have been playing some games where y'all been putting some really big gaps on some folks. So what's it like getting to play in one of these games where it's real neck and neck the whole time?
It's actually rather fun for us. We enjoy games like that because after blow, it kind of, gets a little boring. It's nice to have competition like that. You don't get that a lot, so it's nice to. We really enjoy having that in our district.
Absolutely. And now, speaking of tough opponents, you got another tough opponent on Friday in the Canton Lady Eagles. So we'll be there for that. Of course, it's the first district doubleheader of the year where you and the boys will both be playing. So just kind of give us, for anybody that hadn't been out to Canton before, kind of tell us a little bit about the Canton Lady Eagles and what it's like to play against them.
They're tough. They're definitely our hardest team in our district. We enjoy playing them, but it's kind of that gut feeling like we all just want to beat them. We've been losing to them. It's just like, this is the year. We're going to do it. We're going to beat them on Friday.
I like it. I like to hear it. All right, now we'll get you out of here on this. Number one thing on the Christmas list this year. So what is the number one thing on the Christmas list?
Oh, number one for me is probably super expensive, but Skull Candy headphones for me.
Okay. Hey, Mom, Dad, if you're out there, I did you a favor. I let you know. So, all right, Callie Smith, we appreciate you. We'll see you on Friday, okay? All right, JD. Well, as you said, that's the second time we've got to talk to Callie, but you can't miss out on the game winner.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So again, can't say enough kudos about that young lady. Just being able to. let me get my big self out of the camera here. As can't say enough about that young lady as she's just a.
I think our gym has. Well, we got that one, but
there you go, something like that. But just the fight, the grit, the toughness for her. Again, coming back. Having 7 second-half points after only having a couple in the first half. I mean, that's just that speaks to the grit and the kudos to her and to the rest of this team coming back. Hard-fought victory. Again, the first time we've seen them down in a game. Like, there is no footage of us having them down in a game at really any point. Maybe in the first couple of seconds, but, second, third, fourth quarter, there is no footage from us where they're down. So just to come back, the bravado to be able to come back and win this thing again, hats off to them, and I can't wait till Friday because as you heard Miss Callie talking about, that Canton Lady Eagles team, they're well known for being one of the best girls basketball teams in the area, so it's definitely a great measuring stick game for these girls.
Absolutely, and that's kind of always what you hope for is you look forward to that game that is really going to test you and that is really going to push you to be the best that you can. And of course, when it seemed like Canton that like Callie said has beat you the last couple of years, you start building up that want, that want to just get that win over them. And you heard it from her. She said, I mean, might be telling the future or something. She said this is the year. So I mean, I guess we could take her word for it, or we could just wait till Friday to see how it happens.
Well, let me put it this way. I am a believer, so I am not going to doubt Miss Callie Smith.
I don't doubt it, and I look forward to being able to call that game.
Absolutely. Well, JD, like I said, we've got one more night before Christmas here, so we've got one more broadcast before Christmas on Friday night. We will be in Canton at Canton High School. Girls will be tipping off right around 6:15, boys at 7:30. Both those games will be brought to you right here on the Maybank Athletics YouTube page. All right, well, for Cedar Creek Media, I'm Taylor Honey.
I'm JD Bird.
And we'll see you next time right here on the Maybank Athletic YouTube page.